Hey YouTube, Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference just finished about 10 minutes ago. They released a lot of new stuff, talked about their new iPhone 4 and their new operating system, some specs and some sales on their things like the iPad, and we will start covering all those things. The first thing Steve Jobs started out by saying was about how the iPad has sold already 2 million, which comes out to one iPad every 3 seconds is what his sales records has been. He also said that there are 8,500 apps right now specifically designed for the iPad, and that just the iPad's apps have been downloaded a total of 35 million times. Jobs also said that there's about 7,500 apps submitted per week to the App Store, and 95% of those are approved. Okay, let's get into some of the actually new stuff announced. The first thing he announced was that the Netflix app will be coming to the App Store sometime this summer, no specific date, and it will be free. I don't know exactly how this will work, but I would assume that you'll be able to stream some of the movies like you could on your computer or your Xbox. And also he said that the Netflix will work over the 3G. Another new app coming, which I'm sure so many people are excited for, is the Farmville app. He also threw in that Guitar Hero app will be coming. I mean, there's already apps like that, like Tap Tap Revenge and stuff, but I don't know. Now for probably the biggest event that was announced, the iPhone 4G. Here's a picture of it. As you can see, it has basically an all-new look. The volume buttons are different. It's supposedly 24% thinner than the iPhone 3GS. It has a front-facing camera, receiver, and home button. And it also has an LED flash on it now with a 5-megapixel camera. Here is a comparison picture to the iPhone 4G and the iPhone 3GS. I think the one on the right is the iPhone 4G. The screen on the 4G shows 326 pixels per inch. It has a 3.5-inch display, an 800:1 contrast ratio, and supposedly has a 4 times better screen than the 3GS. Okay, he also said that the iPhone 4 will use the A4 processor like in the iPad. And now on the battery life with this thing, he says it will have 7 hours of 3G talk, 6 hours of 3G browsing, up to 10 hours of Wi-Fi and video, up to 40 hours of music, and up to 300 hours on standby, which is pretty good considering it's going to be running all that multitasking and stuff, as I'm sure you've heard of in the new operating system. Okay, here's a picture that the iPhone 4th Gen has taken with the 5-megapixel camera. It also has 5x digital zoom, the tap to focus, and it does have the LED flash. The maximum storage that this new iPhone is going to come is up to 32 gigabytes, which is a little bit surprising. Okay, and another big thing on the new 4G is the video camera. It can now record HD videos 720p at 30 frames per second, and a new app for the iPhone coming out is the iMovie app that you have seen on your Mac. It basically has all the main features from the computer, and now it's just fit to the iPhone screen. This is not going to be a native app on the iPhone. It will cost $5. Okay, and now for the new operating system, the OS 4.0 is coming out. He talks about, if you've done any research on this, he just talks about the same thing that we've already seen. The main things like multitasking. You can now have put your apps in folders, unified mailbox with threading, everything that we've already mainly seen. He does say that this update will be free to the devices, so you won't have to pay like on the 3.0. The new operating system will go on the 2G Touch and the 3G iPhone, but it will probably be missing some of the features. But I'm pretty sure the 3G Touch and the 3GS will get all of the features that the new operating system will have to offer. And I'm sorry to say that iPod Touch first generations will not get this. Okay, now a really cool new feature that he announced was the availability to video call. It's called FaceTime, and you can only use it on Wi-Fi. You can't use it on the 3G, but I'm sure if you wait a little while in the jailbreak world, they'll make it to where you can use it on the 3G. That's where the front camera comes. You can change while video chatting from the back to the front camera. And to wrap it up, he announced that the iPhone 4G will be released on June 24th, 2010. You can start your pre-order a week from tomorrow, which would be the 15th of June. I'm not saying a price for this, but I'm just gonna guess it's probably around $200, and with that he wrapped up the WWDC. Okay guys, that's the main overview of what was announced at the WWDC. Leave a comment telling me what you think about it. Do you think they should have released, like, I know a lot of people were thinking they were going to make a new iMac or like an upgrade to the Apple TV. Leave a comment saying what you think they should have done and what you think about the whole conference.